Okay, so my name is Barbara, and I am from AllBrands.com. You can see it on my lanyard there. And we have Nathan. From the Grace Company.
Grace Company.
The Grace Company and AllBrands.com. And we are so happy to be with you here today. If you're watching this video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. And we're touring the Sewing Machine Dealers Trade Association conference in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, all the way from Las Vegas.
Nevada.
I always think it's a little, we're in a sewing dealer and a vacuum kind of a show. They go together, but then they kind of don't. It's kind of a great place to be though, so love being here.
Yes. And we're in such a great industry, right?
The best.
Yes.
I always love saying, I don't know if anybody else ever gets giant hugs when they actually sell products to people. We get them all the time, so.
Yes, so we love our customers for sure. So, without further ado, we have promised our customers a new product announcement.
New product announcement, first in the entire industry at this point with people knowing. And thanks to Barbara and AllBrands.com coming by to say hello and see what this is. We do have a new product.
Yeah, so we got to get to the meat of this, right?
So yeah, the meat of it. You know, maybe I can always say from Grace Company, we're trying to get into the mind of the quilter. We get a lot of input, like what we like, what we wish we could have. Boy, it would be so nice if we could. And we've continued to work through our product line. That beginner quilter comes in, we have products for them. We keep on having people also say, hey, what about, and could you? And we're launching this pinnacle product. This is our premium entry into this industry. And so we're launching a new 21-inch Pro machine.
So, should we see it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go for a walk. We're going to go for a walk around here.
Okay, so this is it. Maybe some of you are familiar with the current Qnique 21.
The 21 would, from a body standpoint, look pretty similar, but there's some pretty big differences on this one. First and foremost is we've been able to add a much larger power supply motor, which means it's actually faster, a little bit more accurate on our stitching. And you'll notice for us, this is a big win. We have this nice, great touchscreen that gives us not only more function, but makes it easier.
It's the same size as my phone, so I would feel very comfortable with that size.
It's a pretty good one. So it makes it easy to see, easy to select, and easier to use. So
So I heard that there's a very cool feature on that screen that really blew me away whenever you kind of told me about this product. And that's something to do with the bobbin?
There is. We have a new bobbin estimator. If you think one of the biggest challenges, whether you're free motion quilting or if we automate that, is at a certain point we're always going to run out of the bobbin. I wish we had an infinite bobbin system. Wouldn't that be great?
I don't think there are very many long arms on the market that have a low bobbin indicator.
There aren't. What's nice is this one can be set based on the different bobbins. If you buy pre-wound, you can type in the amount that you have left on that, and it will actually go through. And at 20% it flags it. At 10% it flags it, and that way you kind of know where you're at, so you can swap that out and keep on going without running out of bobbin.
That is great. So it's got the larger screen.
It's adjustable based on if you're taller. I'm going to stand up all the way here.
Okay.
So if I stand up all the way,
Nathan's like 10 feet
I'm going
tall.
to want it taller. Or if I'm maybe a normal 5'8" person, you can adjust it so that it's always at the right height for your eyes.
Yeah.
The handles are fully adjustable, or we can adjust them for micro handles in and out, and we can also telescope these. Now, some people wonder, well, why would I want a longer handle? Well, what happens is if we're at the back of our quilt, we're having to lean over, so we don't want to lean. So what we can do is we can just extend those handles to work at the back, and when we come to the front of the frame, if we're working, we can just push those all the way back and lock those in place in the front so that we can use the full length of the frame.
So for micro stippling, you can get really
for micro
close
stippling,
in there, right?
Drop that down. We can use those right in front.
Yeah.
The handles also can be pivoted up or down as well.
Yeah.
So if I'm a taller or shorter, or I might want them closer to the fabric. So it makes it easy to adjust.
Oh my goodness.
And there we go.
That's awesome. Oh, and there is one thing that we didn't talk about, or maybe we didn't emphasize it enough. This machine is fast.
Is
much
really
faster.
fast.
And what makes it faster? What did the Grace Company do to make this faster?
Well, you need a lot more power.
Okay.
So the amount of power we have from a much larger power supply helps do that, and then the motor, much stronger. So it actually goes from a lot of them in the industry. We've had some at 1,800 or 2,000. There's some at 2,200, 2,400. This one's at 2,600. You might not notice, a general customer doesn't really say that I want faster or slower, but when you start to quilt, if you think about drawing with your pen over paper, so much easier to move it. That means the machine can actually keep up with you the entire time. So accurate stitches all the way. Now, I have a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to say I would like you to experience this.
Okay.
So if you're good, I'm going to take the camera over while you try to quilt. Let me kind of pull up our thread here and get this kind of ready to go.
So I get to try it out, huh?
So I'm going to have you try this. Let me go. I'm going to take over the camera here.
Got it.
So go ahead.
Okay.
You're good. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to use the big button on the right, and you're going to push and let that go.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So get where you want to go.
Okay, so my first impression is that it's so smooth. Like I don't have to, there's like no effort in moving.
Super light, right? Doesn't take a whole lot of effort to move it around.
Yeah, so it's like if I'm thinking of like my neck and my shoulders and my back, like if you're pushing the fabric, it really, you feel that.
It's going to reduce all that stress in your shoulders and your arms.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So that's my first impression of the machine.
All right, so the big button on the right, you're going to push it and let go. Now it's on, and now you can move it along because it's now in stitch regulation mode.
So when I move, it moves.
Yep,
so I'm
where we go.
Let's see.
Go ahead. So now she's moving it down there.
Oh my goodness. This is a big difference.
So now you're saying it's a big difference. What do you mean? What are you feeling in there? Tell me that.
This is like not, this is not what I'm used to because this is much faster, much easier to control. I'm not really going faster, but it just feels like it's smoother to me than what I'm used to. The sound is better.
Quieter, right? Much quieter.
Okay, so when I move, it moves, so I go fast and it goes fast.
So this one has a stitch regulator, so when you move the machine, it will automatically speed up for you, and when you slow down, it slows down. You're talking about the motion. A lot of people find, and I would say I called it buttery smooth. Carla's like, what do you mean buttery smooth? I said, you know what smooth butter is.
No, like this is making me feel much more confident to achieve success at free motion quilting on a long arm, which is a big hurdle for a lot of people. And I am in no way a professional quilter by any means. I get to use the machines in the store, so I've sampled a lot of different brands. And this is very impressive. And I encourage, when we do get this machine in stores, currently we have the 21, which will likely close out at a very good price, and upgrade to this model. It's just this motor is just so smooth.
It is. That's one of the biggest things when people try this. I actually had the exact same results.
I feel like I don't want to stop. Usually I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to mess anything up.
When we started, a while ago, I did the same thing. I was sharing it, and I thought, wait a minute. I turned it on and moved it a little bit and gave it to a customer to try. And when she was done, I said, do you mind if I play around with that a little bit more?
This is really nice.
It's a good
what's too? It's not beeping at me like the other.
No, it's not.
Is that because it's faster?
It is. Yes, it is.
So I'm not going to get the you're going too fast all the time.
It has a much higher top speed, so you can move it much quicker before it tells you to slow down. So
this is awesome. I would not lie. This is really nice. I'm very impressed. So 2,600 stitches per minute?
2,600 stitches a minute.
Y'all.
Does have quite a bit of smarts with it, with the built-in stitch regulation. Different modes allow you to baste with it. You can also use and have presets on the type of speed you want your stitching to be at if you want to do manual stitching.
Yeah.
There's also a different method of stitch regulation as well that can be adjusted.
This feels comfortable.
Feels
and I
comfortable.
can't
That's
say,
a great
I can't
thought.
say that about a lot of other, you know, long arms that are out there. They just seem heavy, you know, when you move it around. And this seems very light, although it is very big. You have 21 inches of space here.
So 21 inches. Show us one more time that 21 back there, all the way back there.
Whoa.
Yep, all the way back to the front.
I can't reach that far. So you get this full range of motion, and this is the continuum frame,
Yep,
correct?
continuum frame. So clear from where to where again on that frame?
From here
all the way back. Yep,
to
clear to here. So that's a whole.
I don't want to be limited because then you have to roll it and start a new and cut your thread and pull it up and all that.
Yep, so what we would say too
stuff.
when you move to something like this, people often wonder why necessarily a bigger machine. We like to say convenience, less dealing with the fabric. The higher speed means you can actually get more done in less time.
Yeah.
Because the machine has a higher top end capacity. And then the machines all come with that large M-class bobbin, so that means, you know, you're not winding the bobbins as often and it's lasting longer.
It's going to tell you when it's running low.
When it's running low, so you can change it out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Nathan, thank you so much for coming up with this product, the Grace Company Q21 Pro.
Wonderful.
So let's see. Stephen, what do you think? Stephen actually works in our San Antonio store. He says, great job. This new model will be a popular model for sure.
We're pretty excited. This is a good kind of a pinnacle for Grace Company. We've worked a long time with a lot of machines with different speeds, different sizes, and this is our premier product. This is our top of the line.
Yes, so. I believe it. This is very smooth.
Well,
very smooth. Not like anything I've ever worked on before. So I'm very impressed. And I know that Stephen took on to the automation very quickly on the Longarm in our San Antonio location.
Great to hear. Hey, Stephen, a good heads up for you and the other people that are coming into the store. Keep your eye open as we continue to look at promotions. We also feel that this will be one of the best values as an automated system as well. It'll be pretty much impossible to get into a product that has these large amount of features, simplicity, and total system with automation as well. When that